Leon, the first memorial service for one of the Navy Yard victims was held today in Rockville. Vishnu Pandit was a marine engineer who had worked at the Navy Yard for 3 decades. Suzanne Kennedy is in the newsroom with his story. Suzanne.
Autria, he came to this country in the early 1970s, made a life for his family and a career for himself with the U.S. Navy.
He came to this country in search of a better life, an immigrant from India who would ultimately follow his passion of being a marine engineer. Monday, Vishnu Pandit, known by his friends as Kisan, was one of 12 people killed at the Navy Yard when Aaron Alexis opened fire.
It's unbelievable. I mean, it's really tragic, and I still can't believe it hits so close to home.
Today, friends and family filed into a Rockville funeral home for a memorial service for the 61-year-old. At times, the line was out the door and halfway down the block, all to see a man who was the father of 2 sons, a husband and a grandfather.
Kisan was a wonderful guy, a very competent professional and family man who cared about all of the people around him in his life. And for something like this to happen is really just beyond belief.
Pandit had worked at the Navy Yard for 30 years after earning a degree at the University of Michigan. It's a difficult day for all who knew him.
He was a great man. You know, he was in the, find out he was in the Indian Merchant Marine, and, you know, I'm a fellow merchant mariner, and, you know, so I just have a connection there. So it's just, it's tough.
We just hope that something can be learned from this experience and that they tighten up those gun control laws. It's shocking that it hasn't already happened, and we'll really miss him.
The funeral for another victim, Martin Bodrog, will be held Saturday. In the meantime, at least 2 organizations are setting up funds for Navy Yard relief. The money raised will go to the victims' families or those injured in the attacks. In the newsroom, Suzanne Kennedy, ABC 7 News.